Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents, we're going to take a different little trip right here. We're going to add ourselves some music that ain't exactly culture, okay? And so I want y'all just to, let me, you see the words right here? How many of y'all can read that? Okay? Told you I'm a music connoisseur. You shut your mouth. I ain't shutting nothing. All right. All shucking now. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents. We went to the SATCOM website. We typed in the download page. We went to the download section, just typed in common law lawsuit, and we were able to pull up this document. Okay? This is the document we were able to pull up. Okay? This is the document that explains. Now, I'm going to let you all know because you all need to know this, because many of you are not going to understand it. The conclusion section. Okay, not the injunction, but the conclusion section where it says conclusion. I think it's page 47. Nope, it's not. 49 or 50. See, conclusion. This is the part that explains why you get to do the hour style money order. This is the part that explains that you are a banking institutions with an S as prescribed in law, as delegated by the President of the United States and the United States Treasury Secretary. Okay? See, the term banking institution shall include persons engaged in any form of banking business. Any form, including a minute form, but any form of banking business. That includes you. It explains why your presentments are not worthless pieces of paper, while when a person endorsed their note under 7 CFR 1901 point nothing, 1901 subpart K. This explains the principle by which you put paid to the order of without recourse, that it's a government obligations, and how it is to be presented at the Treasury window, see 12 U.S.C. 411. This explains how if anybody wants to come and challenge your right, say that you owe, say that you must, say that there's a foreclosure pending, that you have the right to require them to produce their comprehensive annual financial report along with the references, term definitions, ledgers, fully documenting these financial institutions have applied to the United States Treasury for reimbursement and compensation for the government obligation. That proves that they have been paid already, y'all. Okay, the banks get paid at the very beginning. Y'all know that. I ain't giving y'all nothing new. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, just that simple, and we include, and I'm telling you guys, you pay a bill, you're going to include the SSA 445 form. Now remember, if you do the SSA 445 form, you have to include an authorization. You have to give them your authorization. So you want to, because it's an application to collect the fee, authorization form approved. Okay? Hold on, I got to make sure, because I know it switched to another song, but we're going to randomize that, y'all. All right. Now, that's with that. Let me give you guys some information that we should have been giving you. Well, I know I talked about it before, but I didn't talk about it in this way, so we're going to talk about it this way this day. Okay, we got this SATCOM. Oh, by the way, we went ahead. No, I'm not going to go there. On the programs page, we went ahead and highlighted to people. People have been asking if they can make payments, if they can upgrade one pack from another pack. Ladies and gentlemen, no. And so we made sure that we highlighted that on the site, that no, this is not Sears. This is not Walmart. You can't put it on layaway and then come back and pick it up when you feel like it. Sorry, but it's just the organization is not set up to run that way. All right, let's continue, shall we? Shall we? We shall. we go here. Come on now, open up. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff going on this computer, and I know what the problem is. You know what? I didn't know what the problem was until just now. I've been having some little hesitation issues on the computer, and it's the display settings. See, I decreased the display settings. Come on now. It ain't letting me click there. I gotta wait for this to pull up because this is the document I'm waiting on. So y'all, let me put y'all on pause. Okay, before we show you this, let me show you this. Let me tell you something. This right here is the California budget for the entire state. And I went down to the judicial section. Y'all know, court employees, trial court, judicial branch. I went to that branch. Now, pay attention to what it says about the judicial branch, y'all. Y'all gonna enjoy this. The judicial branch consists of the Supreme Court, courts of appeals, trial courts, and judicial council. Ladies and gentlemen, the judicial council is not part of the judicial branch of government. It never was. Now notice what they say, trial courts. You notice it doesn't say superior court, right? Interesting, ain't it? I'm just saying. Now, this is what you all need to understand. They receive their funding from general fund, county maintenance of effort requirements, fines, when you get fined by the court, when you pay filing fees and other charges. What other charges? Ladies and gentlemen, they don't get to charge you a fee to access government. They do that when you pay taxes. They're not allowed to charge you a fee to enter the door. It's supposed to be free access. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that their fees are already compensated for in taxes. Okay? They don't tell you that, and they're not going to tell you that. Why? Because they can't tell you that you're being taxed twice. But hold on. Those of you who are in California, to find this information out, all you got to do is read the Trial Court Funding Act. Okay? Remember, the Trial Court Funding Act has nothing to do, pay attention, nothing to do with the Constitution. It's just an act created by the legislator. It is not one created according to the Constitution. All right, trial court funding. Pay attention. This is how they get their money, through increased user fees and redirection of various special funds. But when they give you tickets, when you sit up there and go and you pay for your tickets and you get these little traffic tickets, well, that's how they get paid. The more traffic tickets, the more money they bring in. You've seen the revolving door. Now, I didn't say that. They said right in this document that they get their monies from issuing tickets, issuing fines, issuing charges, issuing fees. And this shows you their so-called commercial transactions. I didn't make this up. They did this. They show you all right here. Investment in the California court system. Who invests in the California court system? You can't invest. Investing is a commercial activity, people. Interesting, ain't it? Not me. I didn't say it. They saying it. Okay? They saying it. Now I'm looking for those fees that they charge. They talk about pro se, but we don't care about them pro ses and them self-representative people. We care about deferred maintenance. Don't care about no deferred maintenance. I'm looking for when they charge people and give them fines and innovative grant programs. Nobody cares about that. Online adjudication of traffic fines and all of that stuff. They created that purposely. In their budget, it talks about how much money they've been losing. and they talk about how much money they're losing. So that's why they increase fees, not because it costs more, but because they're not making as much. Pay attention. In the past, the state funds faced a shortfall. The solution has often been to further increase fines and penalties. Ladies and gentlemen, they increase fines and penalties against people in order to make up their so-called shortfalls. People, that's unconstitutional. But nobody brings this up. Nobody argues this point. So the fines and penalties are increased as a result of you not collecting enough money? So it says that the debt was 5.5 billion in 2008-2009, but it grew to 10 billion 2016 to 2017, an 81% increase, which is why the fines have increased so much. This is so all of you know. Oh, and they blame the amnesty program. Okay, collected $45 million in gross revenue. The Judicial Council is the administrative office of the courts for the state of California. That's what their name was changed to roughly about 2011 or 2013. They're not part of the judicial branch of government, just like the administrative office of the United States courts is not part of the judicial branch of government. They will say, see, the driver's license suspension because you couldn't pay a fine, you couldn't pay the penalties, they can't suspend your license no more in California. Okay, therefore, the 2017 budget eliminated the statutory provisions related to suspended driver's licenses for failure to pay fines and penalties. Can't do that no more. Okay, because people got tired of it. They couldn't get to work. So it really, really affected everything. All right, that's the end of that. But that's just the California budget. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is a locked document. See, that's a lock. That's not a master lock. It's just a lock. And so what I did is I went to this right here. I said print. And so it said, really? I said, yes. And it said, well, hold on a second. I said, okay, I'm going to hold on. Come on. Glen Riverside, Mid-County. Oh, Riverside. The largest county in America is Riverside County, people. That's why you have the Mid-County, because they pretty big. They running large. All right, then when you go here, this is PDF Exchange. You want to go to Microsoft Print to PDF, and you click Print. It's going to ask you to rename the document. You're going to rename it. I printed page 1 through and 71 through 79. When I did that, pay attention, no more lock. See, lock gone. But when I did that, guess what I get to do? Let's go select text. I get to come, wait a minute, it ain't letting me do what I did yesterday. I want to do what I did yesterday. That's what I want. I don't want this one because this is not the box I want. Okay, but what I want to do is select the text. Didn't want to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do, y'all. Anyway, I selected the text, and let's see which one is yours. I think you're going to be this. No, you're this one. You're the first one, right here. I select the text. Now, this is only because it's only this way because it copied it directly. But that's because I copied it directly to Word. I don't want that one. That one is horrible. So I'm going to show you the other one when I didn't just copy it directly. I actually copied each line. I think it's going to be this one. That's this. It's this one. It's this one, y'all. No, it ain't this one. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me put y'all on pause again. Okay. What I did originally is I brought it to the edit stage and I literally copied it word for word, but it spaced out the paragraphs and nothing was, the paragraphs were shorter than they should have been. So I extended the paragraphs and have what we have now. I got to put y'all on pause again until it refreshes. That took only 2 seconds. Okay. I just wish they come back on because they're getting on my nerves coming in and out. But that's what happens when you run in so many programs, and I got 12 terabytes worth of information on this computer. I shouldn't be having that much, but I got it like that. All right, let's get back to this. This document, I took and I straightened up every paragraph, and as you can see, all the information is here. The only thing I wasn't able to do was put that table, okay, because it ain't got no legs. I wasn't able to put the table there. Y'all getting on my nerves. Okay, but now y'all too loud. I don't know how that got louder, because that was a whole lot louder. All right, they not louder no more. They no louder. Okay, that takes care of that. So that's from a document that was locked. I was able to copy every word, every line, and do this. Okay, that's what you do when you got a locked document. But that's just me showing y'all that. Now we got to show y'all this. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are working on mortgages, and many of you guys have mortgage situations, what you need to know is that with the mortgage situation, they have an administrative process. It's called the Home Foreclosure Procedure Act. This shouldn't be that loud, y'all, but it is loud. I'm usually able to put that at 30 and have no problem. All right, it's loud to me, and I can't have it like that because this ain't my favorite group or anything. Draft for discussion only. The Home Foreclosure Procedure Act. Okay? Most people don't know this, that all the laws in the United States are uniform. What do they mean by uniform? Well, it's called the United States. So you can't have conflicting laws in different states. That's why every state has to comply with the Bill of Rights. Okay. What you're going to find is that they're going to give you your administrative remedy. What's the first thing in an administrative process? You must give notice. Okay? They have to give notice. That's the first thing you need to understand. They have to give notice. And they must do so in good faith. Okay? Commercial reasonableness. Okay? Prohibited acts. It would be very good for you to go over prohibited acts so that you'll know what they can't do so you can use those laws. Okay? And where do we go? Notice of default, opportunity to cure. Again, this is the administrative process. The government follows this process. Those people making videos didn't create this process. It was already there. This is the Administrative Procedures Act that they're following. Notice of default and right to cure. Right to cure default. Your right. The manner of notice and delivery. Okay, now let's continue because you guys need to know this. You want, not that. You don't want that. That's not, we can take care of that, but we're not looking for that. You do want the cancellation because in a non-judicial foreclosure state, there are certain notifications you have to give them. Once you put in your, what do you call that letter? Dispute letter, then they're not supposed to proceed with the foreclosure until they provide the items that you requested, which they don't do. Okay, now, hold on. This is what you're going to do next. The rest of this doesn't apply to us. Okay? And that's what you want to do when you go through the table of contents, people. You only want to go to the sections that apply to you. Defense and remedy under law. Effective violations. Whose violations? The banks. This is the sections you want. These three right here. Procedures for asserting a defense in non-judicial foreclosure. Gives you your procedures, your administrative procedures. Then the effect of the holder in due course rule. Notice these sections are short. This is only 3 pages, 60 to 64. Okay? Just so you guys know, these are your remedies, people. It's already spelled in law. You add that to the motion called the common law lawsuit. Okay? And remember, this document, we done already told y'all, already has its authorities. That is, it's not relying on these authorities. They're relying on these authorities. So it already has its authorities. And It has its table of contents. It don't for back to no. Okay, that's for you all. All right, now let's get back to what's going on. We don't care about this, don't care about that. None of that's important, ladies and gentlemen. The transaction date, pre-effective transaction dates. All right, that's the document. That's what you need to go over. But it's going to send you to this. They're both called the Uniform Foreclosure Act, but one is called the Uniform Non-Judicial Foreclosure Act. The other one is called the Uniform Home Foreclosure Act. The Uniform Non-Judicial Foreclosure Act is this document here. You're going to notice it's the same thing. Let's do this again so you'll see. You receive notice, okay? And you notice, look, hold on. You notice that it doesn't have good faith? It doesn't include good faith up here, but I promise you good faith is here. Principles of law and equity applicable. Page 14. Variation by agreement. Now, what happens? You have the right to cure default. Notice a default, right to cure. Okay, that's what you want to focus on. Then they talk about judicial supervision of foreclosure. They don't supervise foreclosures. Foreclosure by auction, not concerned about that. Not concerned about how they conduct the sale. Not concerned about how they postpone. What we're concerned about, pay attention. What we're concerned about is discontinuance of foreclosure. And where's the other one? Nope. Oh, notice of objection to sale. Okay, we're concerned about those. Why? Because those are important. Okay, don't care about appraisals. We need judgment for deficiency. There's a process for that. An action for damages or to set aside foreclosure. There's a process. That's what you need. That's what we're doing. Okay? That's what you're doing. That's what you're looking for. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I need you all to pay attention. Non-judicial foreclosure doesn't mean non-judicial state and judicial state. Non-judicial foreclosures apply to judicial states. Okay? So this is what you want. This is the one you want to download. Uniform Non-Judicial Foreclosure Act. It applies to both judicial and non-judicial foreclosures. And it's according to federal law. The Non-Judicial Foreclosure Act has already been passed. Okay? This is me letting you know that your remedy is there. You just have to enforce your remedy. Many of you don't know how to enforce your remedy because you're running into too many problems. But this is me bringing it to your attention that that's where you're going to go and do your research. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I guess I will. Some people are sitting up here thinking that I said I was going to stop doing videos altogether on the 31st of, what month is that? 31st of July, this month. People, pay attention. I didn't say that. I said I was going to stop doing consultations like the one I did this morning on the 30th of July, 12 a.m. There'll be no more consultations, the private consultations that I was doing. I'm going to stop that. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's not that it's a waste of my time, because it's not. It's just I have other things that I need to take care of. Okay? And I don't mind doing the consultations, but I won't be doing them anymore. I had to cut back. So consultations I won't be doing anymore. And I'm grateful that everybody I've done a consult with has benefited from the consult. I am also grateful that out of all the people whose homes I came in to help, who just went into foreclosure proceedings when I came in to help them, only 3 of them have lost their home. Okay? That's 3 out of 14. Everyone else is still in their home. Many of them, the banks have backed off after the paperwork was filed, after the requests were made. They completely backed off, haven't sent any other notices, haven't tried anything else. Then I will tell you this, after 9 months went by, 10 months went by, most of the people stopped communicating with me. So I know most of them are still in their home because I've called them, but they still stopped communicating with me. And I can't help them. By the way, most of them weren't paying me. They were only paying me to file motions. And eventually, they couldn't afford that. I can't sit up here and keep doing these motions for people for free. It just won't work because it takes too much time. Ladies and gentlemen, putting this one together, this lawsuit right here, putting this together, took the better part of 4 months. That's what it's a culmination of, 4 months. And here's so that you understand why it would take 4 months to put this junk together. It's not junk, I actually like it. 57 pages, but it's over 200 paragraphs. And you notice not all the paragraphs have numbers on them. So it's over 200 paragraphs. It covers every aspect, every point. Mortgage insurance, including the pooling and servicing agreement. Okay? And I told everybody I was going to do this when we saw the Horace. Okay? When we saw her case for the first time, I told everybody I was going to do this. So what I did is I amended this to fit Aminadab. Anyway, Abinadab and Aminadab. You guys don't know about Abinadab and Aminadab? I know about Abinadab and Aminadab. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there is something I'll bring to you all's attention because I noticed it today. I thought I corrected it, but I didn't. So let me show you if I can find it. It's going to take a minute. Where are you at? Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, even though they ain't speaking English, it's not bad, especially when they do add a little bit of English here and there. And so I was watching YouTube one day, and I just clicked, I saw the title, and so I clicked on the video, and I was listening to it, and I'm like, you know what, that don't sound that bad. So I downloaded the whole album. Okay, every single video by this particular group. Because I don't mind listening to a different language. But what if they're cussing? They're not cursing. It was on YouTube. But YouTube allows cursing. You better believe it, but these guys are not cursing. Okay? Because I don't play that. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't find the paragraphs I'm talking about. Oh, it's up here. That's my fault. I was too far down. It is close, but it's no cigar. I'm not going to be able to find it. There are a couple paragraphs where they have the numbers 14 and 15, and those numbers shouldn't be there. There they go right there. See this right here? These numbers should not be here, ladies and gentlemen. These numbers should have been deleted. So that's page 16. 14, 15 doesn't need to be on page 16. So paragraph 47, get rid of 14, 15, okay? Paragraph number 47, okay? That's what you're going to have to do because the 14 and 15 shouldn't be there. Because remember what we did. Oh, this ain't right either. See, that's when I talk about how the paragraphs get out of line. Get back in line. You're out of line. Okay? But I got to be careful when I do that because what happens is it'll take and rearrange my title. The original document is correct. This document is because we copied and pasted. Okay, this document is the one that's not lined up. But everything else, I've gone through every paragraph since I've been talking, and everything else seems to be lined up. So I will replace the one that's online with this one. Okay, I will add it online soon so that you all will have access to it. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Just wanted to explain what we've taken the time to do. Oh, by the way, I told all of you 2.5 months ago that I went on a diet and how I lost in 2 weeks 14 pounds. Well, it's now, as of today, 29 pounds. Now, let me let you know something. Want you all to, matter of fact, I'm eating my vegetable soup right now. And that's why I was putting you guys on pause, because I was eating my vegetable soup. Uh, let me let you all know, 29 pounds without exercise. And I'm not starving myself to death. I'm just literally watching what I eat these days and having my appetite suppressants every once in a while. Don't even have to touch that every day. As a matter of fact, I think it was a week without even touching one of them. It's just simple addition. All I had to do was realize, wait a minute, I've been picking up weight because I've been eating just to be eating, as opposed to eating when I need to eat. So if I don't need to eat, I don't eat. There's no reason for me to have something to snack before going to bed. So I make it to where I probably eat twice a day because I'm not hungry all day long. Matter of fact, most days I'm eating early because I cooked early. I started cooking at 6 a.m. Okay, and everything was finished. What time is it now? Everything was finished about an hour ago. So I started cooking at 6 a.m., took 3 hours to cook what I'm eating now with the rice and everything. And this will be my, you're eating that for breakfast? You better believe I'm eating vegetables for breakfast. Why not? Who says you can't do that? I ate grits for dinner last night. That's right, I said grits. I have this thing that I do now. I take instant grits, instant oatmeal, and I'll take 1 or 2 packs of oatmeal, put it in the grits, and cook it until the grits is fully cooked. And I promise you, I'd never done that before. Grits and oatmeal? Oh, that's nasty. No, it ain't nasty, especially if you add some cinnamon. And some butter, some sugar. Hey, and some, I do scrambled eggs in my grits because I'm old school. And I promise you, that was my dinner. And after eating that, not hungry anymore. I like the fact that it's grains, vegetables, my diet now. Now, that doesn't mean that's all I eat is vegetables. No, there's seafood mixed in this soup. And there is other items in my dietary menu. But this is what I eat for the most part, especially either fried vegetables or stewed vegetables or boiled vegetables. That's me. I'm the guy who hated vegetables as a kid. But if you cook it the right way, I can handle vegetables. And so I can handle my vegetables now. See, you should eat your vegetables. You can grow up to be big and strong. So 29 pounds, no exercise, just watching what I eat. It took some discipline because at first I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle it, but I told myself I needed to. And so 29 pounds on my appetite suppressants. So that's me letting you guys know that I am actually in a good mood. I was only expecting that scale to say 25 pounds. I can handle 25, but it's at 29. And I'm like, what the? And 29 pounds. I'm satisfied. So I have another about 10 to 15 to go, and everything will be all right. All right. Coconut smile. Y'all take care. You know the thing about it? I didn't realize it, but see, that thing says 1. That's why the same song has been playing over and over and over again. There are some other songs I wanted y'all to hear, and y'all can't hear them now because it kept playing the same songs over and over and over again because it said 1. So I apologize. Bye-bye. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good life. Have a good night. Have a good time. Have a good bye. Adios. Arrivederci. Sayonara.